Hi guys. I uh I watched a lot of videos today. Let me just say this first. I watched a lot of videos today. And so I spent most of my afternoon crafting. And I had gotten my paper pumpkin box. And personally, I think this is one of the best paper pumpkin boxes I have gotten in a long time. It was fall themed. It was mostly ephemera. It had these cool paper bags in it. I have two left. And, oh, a stamp set that I still haven't used, but I might someday. I had a lot of fun with this paper pumpkin. You could order this add-on to it, but I didn't. And this is next month. It's going to be in a purple box for Halloween. I'm really excited to get this one. I like Halloween a lot. So, I spent it making purse journals, little mini journals. They came out pretty good. I watched Yvonne. I watched Artie Mays. I watched Gail. I had so much fun. I haven't got to do this in a long time, so I was really excited to do it. And I made 3. And as I was watching their little technique videos, not little technique videos, I mean, the impact of these videos is massive to me because they inspire me. So I made these 3 this afternoon, and I'm going to take you out of the Zoom thing a little bit. I think that's good. So I'm going to show you this one first because this is the blandest one, kind of plain. These little hooks are from Graphics 45, and I mention that because they make smaller hooks than 1 inch. Like these hooks are 3/4 of an inch and they work perfect. I also have some 1/2 inch hooks from them, and those are exceptionally hard to come by. So it also has a hook hitch closure by Tim Holtz and a little elastic band that I made to fit it. So this is one of Yvonne's things that she shared, is how she does, her covers and decorates tags and stuff like that. And the little words, I went on the Junk Journal Junkies Facebook page and I downloaded these little words. I thought that was neat. They're free. So let's open it up. And it is pretty complete, but you will add some things that you want to, because I'm giving these away. The first little pocket on the inside has a couple tags. They're all lots of tags, lots and lots of tags, and a fair amount of pockets. And then this one has some other tags, and then a big long tag that is in here. You can staple receipts and stuff to it. It's the full length of the cover. And this was a paper pumpkin piece. This little leaf, that is a paper pumpkin piece. Now, a lot of this stuff, I'm not going to be able to give credit to who the credit goes because I don't know. I keep a lot of leftover ephemera from kits in my box. I showed you the box before. And so I don't really know exactly who a lot of this ephemera belongs to. But if I know, I will tell you. I have no idea where any of these, this paper, I have no idea, or this paper. They were just in my stash, and they're pretty thick, like thick cardstock, and they have a, tan backing to them. There's some tiny little print on it, but I don't know what it is. So I'm just letting you know that there are things in here I don't know where they came from. Like this little pumpkin, isn't it so pretty? But I don't know who it came from. But it's really super cute. This also, this paper, so I don't know where it came from. But this calendar, I downloaded off the internet. And I shrunk them. And I don't even know if it'll interest whoever gets these journals. I don't know. If you're not in love with it, take it out. You don't have to leave it. You won't hurt my feelings. And you know, the wine book that I took apart, that's a page from the wine book. Do you know crafting is just so relaxing? This is a school card, like library card. And then this, I will almost bet you these come from Daisy. Daisy is Tusami Rose. That's the name of her webpage that you can go buy these things from. She used to be on Etsy. She's not on Etsy anymore. Now she has her own website that she's selling from, like Yvonne does. Yvonne has a website she sells from. And check her out because Tusami Rose is an amazing, amazing crafter and an amazing designer. So check her out. I don't know where I got this orange paper from either, but I found it and I liked it. And I did not print anything special to go in these things because I still do not have my instant ink. They sent me instant ink from my old printer and it's broke. So I still don't have any ink for my cool Office Jet Pro 8025. That is such a cool printer. But I haven't really got to play with it because it only had a little bit of ink. Isn't that page pretty? I don't know where it came from. I think that page comes from Artie Mays, like in one of her paper packs that you could buy to print paper from. I think that's Artie Mays. A lot of just pages to write on in here or decorate as you want. You know, these rings can be replaced with bigger rings. If you add so much that it won't close, we'll just add some bigger rings. This is, I made the pocket out of those big rolls. The big rolls of paper that you could get from Die Cuts with a View. These. That's what I've been using to make my pockets with because there is a lot of paper on there. And this is also something that Yvonne showed, you know. I had so much fun today. Isn't that a pretty page? I don't know where I got it from, but it was a pretty page that I had. The size of these pages are just a regular sheet of notebook paper. You fold it in half, and then you fold it in half long ways, and then fold it in half again, and you get this size of paper. So whatever that would be. Another monthly thing. These are all just pages. That is so pretty, and I don't really know where it came from, but I'm not even sure that this is scrapbook paper. Like, I'm not sure that that was its intention. But I think last year I scanned it because it might have been wrapping paper. I don't know where it came from. Honest to God, I don't know. But it was pretty, so I used it. Again, I don't know where this paper comes from, but it's pretty, so I used it. And a little scrap of that plaid cardstock. And again, these are paper pumpkin things. These are just things I found in my stash. I am pretty sure this comes from a Femimore. I don't really know where that came from. Maybe just on the internet. I don't know. I want to say I'm really complying with copyright, pardon me, I'm sorry, the copyright thing, but if I already have it in my stash, I'm going to use it. But from now on, I'm going to be more conscious of what I download, where it comes from. But I'm not going to throw all my stuff away because I don't know where it comes from. I'm going to go ahead and use it, and then from here on out, I'm going to be very copyright aware. just more pages. This has 60 plus writing pages, and so that would make it 120 plus pages you can write on, right? Yeah, I think so. This is just a little seed. This is Artie Mae's, I know, because I adore that kit, and I print it frequently to use. It's their sunflower kit, so I know where that one comes from. This is a paper pumpkin, and this is a paper pumpkin. I don't really, not 100% sure where that came from. And these are just some extra pages that were printed, so I tucked them in as tags. And this is part of the paper pumpkin. It had a little banner on the bottom, but I cut that banner off so that it would fit better down in there. This is a little book that I made with scraps of the paper and some more scraps of the writing paper that come off the bottom that are bigger. So there's that. And then these are just tags. And again, another big tag that goes the length of there. So there is that one, and the back is plain. So this one is probably my favorite. I like this one the best. And it's just 2 of those bags that you got in the paper pumpkin, and so is this. The cover was made from 2 of the bags that you got in the paper pumpkin. And a strip of cardboard that I wet before I embossed it so that it would be pliable, more pliable. And when I say wet it, I just squirted it with water until it was slightly damp. The string I went ahead and waxed, and that I used in here is also this paper pumpkin string that they gave. I didn't use the ink, but they did give string. And I think that's about all. I used the bags and the string from the extras. They gave ribbon, but it was really super orangey ribbon, so I didn't use it. Although orange is my favorite color, just I didn't use it. Orange is my favorite color. So this one has this kind of closure. It's just a piece of elastic that I tied from a roll of elastic that I have. And you can make this bigger. This gets loose real easy with a pokey tool, just kind of working in there. And if it gets too small for the journal, you can just make it bigger. It's real easy. So this is the cover. The cover just has some lace that I took off a shirt that I dismantled. And again, I don't know where that came from, but it is super pretty, that picture there. And it opens up, and it has a long tag that goes behind this, the length of the thing, and it's just a file folder. No, I don't think that is a file folder. Let me pull it out and see. I think it is. It's a linen type paper, because these tags are that linen. I think at one point I ran out of file folder scraps, and I didn't want to cut another file folder, so I just got out a piece of linen cardstock. One of these pockets, this middle pocket, is made from this bag. This bag is what this one is made out of, just a normal lunch sack bag. And I kept this little scrap because I can make a little journal, like a little itty bitty handheld journal to go inside, like a notepad. This white thing, light tan thing, that is paper pumpkin. And of course that leaf is paper pumpkin, and these just come from a die. And they're my favorite dies for fall leaves that I have. You know, I have to catch myself because that's not my favorite die. My favorite die is, it's a postcard die. You make so many things from it. Maybe one day I'll show you that die. It's a really old Sizzix die, and it has a postcard and a stamp. Something else too, I think, on it. But you can use that for so many things. I like that die. Anyhow, this is Paper Pumpkin, the leaf, of course. And then this ticket was also Paper Pumpkin. And this I was going to cut down and put on there as a decoration, but then it wasn't going to fit very well. So I thought I would just go ahead and leave it and put them both in there. Because you can use them for bookmarks or whatever further down. This is a little extra piece of coffee dyed paper that I just folded up and tucked behind there because this opens up, and I don't remember who makes that pocket at all. But somebody in the craft booking community started that little tuck spot, and it has been very popular. Okay, so then this one, nothing is glued down. These flowers are paper clipped, not flowers. These leaves, they're paper clipped. That's the only thing. The rest of it is loose, and you can use it wherever or take it out, use it someplace else. This is a super, super old piece of railroad paper that came out of this old, I'll show you, so cool, this old book that was kept by somebody in the railroad until they retired in 1996. From June 9th, 1953 until January 4th, 1996. The same guy kept it. I thought that was pretty cool. And I've read a lot of it, and some of it's kind of funny. Like when he has a really crappy day, he makes sure that the way he writes his wording says he had a crappy day. Anyhow, that one's kind of fun. So that's your own little piece of it. And this postcard, I am almost positive that it's Tusami Rose. Tusami Rose Daisy, that's her name, Daisy. She gives a lot of freebies. She's super generous. Another person who gives a lot of freebies is Andrea, and it's already made a ton of them. I made this paper. It looks better in person. This is Paper Pumpkin, and this is Paper Pumpkin. These came out of my stash, and I have no idea whose they are, but they're very pretty. Those, I think I maybe printed that page twice. I don't know, to get that stain. I have no idea. And this was on there when I started. It was on this page because I wanted this page to go in something else, but for whatever reason it didn't work. So I used it in here. And they have this little washi tape. Not washi tape. What the heck am I saying? Not washi tape. You know, sorry. What do you call it? Sorry ribbon? I guess that's what it is. Not sorry string. Anyhow, that's that one. These little pages from the scraps. And the mandatory doily. The other page of this journal. This isn't really a journal. It is a wine journal, but it is a wine journal, so I guess that's what I'll call it. Pages. This was supposed to move up and down, but I guess it got glued. Like the glue leaked and made it permanent, but it was supposed to. And this is a bingo card. I don't know, but it might be Artie Mace. This is just a piece of coffee dyed paper. A little more journaling. I like how these leaves came out. So I put them in the middle. This is definitely Artie Mace. Andrea. I like Andrea's biggest stalker. I think I am. I'm not just like a subscriber, I'm not just a fan. I am a full-fledged stalker. If she puts a video, I gotta watch it. I just adore her. And her laugh, that little, she like has this laugh. I don't know how, you'd have to watch her. I just think she is one of the most charming journal makers, artists, whatever you want to call her, but she definitely is an artist on YouTube. She is somebody I really do enjoy watching. Like I don't junk journal like her. I don't make art. I try every now and then because she's very inspiring, but I just enjoy watching her. I just enjoy it. Those, I don't know where they came from. I'm gonna guess this is the Ephemimore. I think that's, and I don't even know if that's really how you say her name. Ephemore? I'm not sure. But that's where that came from, I think. This too, I think. Maybe this paper. I don't know. Huh. I don't know. Anyhow, another pocket that I made from that roll of paper, and a little piece of scrap material. Something to write on. I love how when you copy dye this graph paper, how it does. I love that. I really sound weird that I stalk somebody on YouTube, but I'm just a big fan. I'm not a weirdo. Not really. Not about that. Just a piece of paper. Oh, and I cut this edge with my antiquing scissors from Stampin' Up. And that is the paper pumpkin, more of the sari ribbon. Why do I want to call it sari string? I just do. Just sounds right. Sari string. I don't know. This is, I don't know, but I really love that circle. It doesn't come like that. It has some scalloped edging around it that I didn't really care for. So I used a circle paper punch and just punched out the middle. I made this sheet too from scraps. That would be Nick the Booksmith if you want to go find out how to make your scraps into like a page you can use. It's Nick the Booksmith, and I think it's called Frankenpaper. So these are some more little things I found. They're just so pretty. I like those people there. How they're bright in the middle, but the rest of it looks so old. I like that. So this is more paper pumpkin. That's it. These are just tags, like that merchant tag punch. This is a regular tag. And a big tag in the back. And some more of those little leaves that I have a die for, and paper pumpkin, and I don't know about that paper. I love that paper, but I don't know where I got it from. So that's that one. So the third one, it is held closed with a hairband, hair tie, I'm not certain. And I don't know where any of this comes from except this. I know this comes from Andrea, Artie Mays. This is just an old piece of lace. I think it came off of an old dress I found in a, a junk shop. It's really called the Boys and Girls Club resale shop. That's where it came from. But it's just an old dress. And this came off that too. I don't know where that button came from, but I printed it a long, long time ago. And another small word. Another word from the Junk Journal Junkies thing. This one is just kind of like a mishmash because this kind of collected everything at the end. So these are the paper pumpkin. These are just some of the last of the file folders. Again, just scraps, and this is literally a scrap from this paper. This paper is Artie Mays. It's her Bohemian. And little scraps that I like to do. I'm really sad because this is my last sheet of this paper. I liked that paper a lot. Oh, these are just some side page things. I don't even think they have a name, but it's a piece of the paper pumpkin. This maroon thing is paper pumpkin. And these are just little ribbon things that come out of my can. Little scraps. Let me see what is going on. Oh, I see. I see. This is inspired by what you get in some of the journal kits you download from Artie Maze. Like she has this pocket, you know, like it's the, I don't remember what she calls it, but it's just a layered pocket. And so I went ahead and made my own. And I tucked some tags into it. And this is the paper pumpkin, but I use this punch on the scallop side, and it makes great tags. Not tags, the topper to the tag. Like, I'll show you real quick because this is something to remember if you ever have this punch and you want to make it. I know that other people make these, but I just discovered this one on accident. So you take the scallop side and you put it in and you punch and you get this cool edge. And so if you punch the other side just the same, oh, don't do it down there, do it down here. Make sure you got it right. That didn't work right, did it? What did I do wrong? Okay, so there. You get this great, like, tab. I think they come out really great. So there's that. And a doily. Paper. This is an envelope. I don't know where it came from. Inside of it, it has a folded up piece of paper you can write on. And then this is one of my most favorite stencils. It is like the giraffe one. I know that is not what it's called, but it looks like a giraffe. These are some little gold leaves. So cute. They come from a Stampin' Up! Punch. I think it actually makes a bow. And then that is also where these little X's come from, is that punch. This is another one of those little side things. The other side of the doily, the other side of this. I like those little things and I didn't want to throw them away, so I used them. This is just a pocket. I don't know, this pocket is from something, but I don't know. And so I put a piece of the paper pumpkin, that is the paper pumpkin, on there. This was a sticker and just a merchant tag. I don't decorate all my tags because I think you would want to use them to write on. More paper, the other side of those, the last one of these. I like those a lot. And then that's it. And then the end. The end is, these are 2 tags made out of the file folder. And the little tab thing up here is made with this punch. So there's those. And of course this is just scrap stuff. And this is another part of the paper pumpkin. And that is a gusseted, in case you want to really use it. And the whole thing is lined with Tyvek, so it's going to be sturdy. And then 2 little tag pockets. That is it. And it's made out of a regular lunch sack, you know, like a brown paper bag. So, okay. So you want to know how I'm going to give these away? I'm going to look and see who comments in the bottom. And if you leave a comment, then I am going to put them in one of those random comment picker things, like the random number things. And then that comment, like the first comment will get to pick first, the second comment will get to pick second, and then the third one just gets whatever is left. And then I'll mail them to you. And but you do have to leave a comment, and please, please, please thumbs up my video. Anyhow, that's it, and I will pick next week sometime. I can't give you a day for sure, but sometime next week. So I really enjoyed making these. It was a great afternoon. I like to craft. It is so relaxing. I always tell people when they say they're really stressed, I say you should craft. Because even though I don't always make things that are great, I always make something that relaxes me. So I will see you next time. Oh, and have a happy Memorial Day. Today is Memorial Day, I believe. I do sometimes get Memorial Day and Labor Day confused. I always know it's a holiday, but I do sometimes get them confused. But I do think that this is Memorial Day. So happy Memorial Day. And just in case I am wrong, happy Labor Day. See you guys later. Bye.